Many of us still have the Clone Wars on the brain with the final season ending just a few months ago. It's hard to believe that it's all over and that we're not going to get any more episodes. But that being said, I know I'm not the only one that's craving even more Clone Wars content, no matter what form it comes in. Our collective wish came true with Star Wars The Clone Wars Stories of Light and Dark. It's a book that takes classic episodes of the Clone Wars and retells them from different perspectives. Just imagine the entire Umbara arc being told from Captain Rex's point of view. Those are the types of great stories that are in this anthology. Hey everyone, my name is Emma Park. I'm a content creator here at Youtini, and today I'm going to be reviewing Star Wars The Clone Wars Stories of Light and Dark by various authors. But before we dive into it, let's hear from today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by Audible. All of us at Youtini absolutely love Star Wars audiobooks, and we want all of you to experience it as well. The music, sound effects, narration, and production quality are absolutely incredible and unlike anything you've ever heard in an audiobook before. And since we're talking about Star Wars The Clone Wars Stories of Light and Dark today, why not check out the audiobook version of this? This specific audiobook is extraordinary because of its cast. Every single narrator is reprising their role from the Clone Wars TV series. The narrators include James Arnold Taylor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Corey Burton as Count Dooku and Cad Bane, Matt Lanter as Anakin Skywalker, Catherine Tabor as Padme Amidala, Nika Futterman as Asajj Ventress, Sam Witwer as Darth Maul, and Olivia Hack as Youtini. If you'd like to hear these iconic characters' voices once again, you can get the audiobook version of this book for free through Youtini. Just go to audibletrial.com/Youtini. All right, let's dive into it. Star Wars The Clone Wars Stories of Light and Dark was released on August 25th, 2020. It cost $17.99 US, and I got mine on Amazon using a Youtini affiliate link, which will be in the description below. This book contains 384 pages. The front cover has beautiful art depicting a 501st Trooper. Not only is this art on the dust jacket, but it's also printed on the actual hardcover itself, which is a great touch. Jason Fry, Lou Anders, Preeti Cheeber, Anne Ursu, Yoon-Ha Lee, Tom Engelberger, Zoraida Cordova, Rebecca Roanhorse, Sarah Beth Durst, Greg Van Akeout, and E. Ann Convery are the authors behind this anthology. There are 11 unique stories, each told by a different author. And in terms of timeline, all of these stories take place during the Clone Wars with episodes that we've already seen. The episodes that these stories draw from aren't all from the same season, so there's a bit of a variety. Alright, those were all the basics, now let's move on to the actual review. The review team at Youtini looks at a few key aspects of books we review: plot, characters, originality, writing, and entertainment. While we aren't paid for these reviews, we do receive advanced reader copies for free. Our goal with these reviews is to be honest yet respectful because we love people that write Star Wars books and we want them to continue to do it. That being said, you can always trust us here at Youtini to give an honest review that'll make your reader experience the best possible. Alright, let's dive right into it. Let's start with the plot first. The stories in this book range from adaptations of more action-packed episodes like the Umbara arc to more quieter episodes, such as Heroes on Both Sides that features Padme, Ahsoka, and Mina Bonteri. Obviously, with a book that adapts such well-known episodes of the Clone Wars, it's impossible to throw any real surprises in there. In fact, this makes the plot quite predictable. However, there are some bits thrown into the story that add some more lore to the respective episodes, which makes it a little bit more interesting. These stories aren't exactly word-for-word rehashes of their respective episodes, but they're interesting for a reason. These are fan-favorite episodes that have many in-universe angles to them that haven't all been explored yet. I can't say it was surprising that some of the aspects of each of the stories felt a little repetitive, but it was a nice trip down memory lane nonetheless. We give the plot a 7.2 out of 10. Next, let's talk about the characters. Stories of Light and Dark is your classic character-driven book. One story equals one character focused on. It reminds me of From a Certain Point of View in that it takes a character and uses it as a tool to change the course of the story as we once knew it. Some of the stories were told in the first person, which was a really exciting way to write some of these characters. For example, Cad Bane's story was written this way, and it really helped us get into his head. And I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really like being in his head, but I suppose that's the point. Every single character is written exactly like how they sound in the show. Anakin is overconfident and strong, Ahsoka is curious and calm, Padme is thoughtful and caring, and so on. It makes the stories feel less repetitive because the characters feel so authentic. The characters were one of the strong points in the book, and we give it an 8.0 out of 10. Moving on to originality now. This section was really hard to score since this book is a retelling of pre-existing episodes. But, like I said before, the stories aren't an exact copy of the episodes since they have brand new details that are very small and pretty inconsequential, but they're still fun. And also, these stories are told from new perspectives. Out of the 11 stories, only one is original. However, even that one is loosely based on an episode from season 4. Other than that, the only pieces of originality come from the very small details that are added into the stories. This anthology isn't original by any stretch of the imagination, and it's not supposed to be, but we appreciate the effort. We give originality a 7.2 out of 10. Let's talk about the writing. None of the stories felt the same stylistically, which is a positive aspect because that tells me that the authors were allowed to be free in their writing and use their own strengths in their stories. Because of the variations in writing styles and tones, it helped the book feel less redundant as a whole. This could be a good thing or a bad thing. It depends on if you want consistency in the book. I thought it was a positive aspect, but I could see how some might not enjoy that. Sometimes with books like these, you worry about one story standing out as weaker than the others, but that wasn't the case here. Every single story felt strong in their own ways. The writing in this book was good, and we give it a 7.4 out of 10. Last up is entertainment. This book is quite fun, especially for readers that have a lot of nostalgia for these episodes. It's fun to get inside the head of these characters during some of the most notorious moments in all of the Clone Wars, because it's hard to get that feeling across on screen. In terms of the entertainment value, I would compare it to that of a novelization. It takes a story that we already know, and it adds some more details to it. This isn't the most entertaining thing for some, but I think there's some value in it. Since these are retellings of such well-known episodes, there aren't any surprises or major twists. However, we all thought it was a very fun read, and we give the entertainment an 8.0 out of 10. Alright, that was our review of Star Wars The Clone Wars, Stories of Light and Dark. Here's a recap of the section scores. The plot didn't have much to offer in the way of uniqueness, and we gave it a 7.2. The characters were the highlight of this anthology, and we gave it an 8.0. Because of the nature of this book, the originality was lacking. We gave it a 7.2. This book did what it could with so many authors on the same project, and we gave the writing a 7.4. Every single story was fun in its own way, and we gave the entertainment an 8.0. Our official Youtini rating is a 7.6 out of 10, making this book perfect for any fan that's looking for even more Clone Wars content. If you're interested in picking up this anthology, we recommend you do so using the link in our description or by using our Audible trial at audibletrial.com/Youtini. That'll do it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed our review of Star Wars The Clone Wars, Stories of Light and Dark. If you'd like to help support Youtini, links to all of the books mentioned in today's review are in the description below. If you want to take a deeper dive into the books, check out The Living Force, the official podcast of Youtini, or catch the live show every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Youtini_US. Visit us online at youtini.com for timelines, book profiles, and reading guides for every single story in the Star Wars galaxy. If you want to help Youtini out more directly, visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/youtini. And if you need a positive group of Star Wars fans in your life, check out our Discord at youtini.com/discord. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.